Hats off to Tusculum. Very good football team, very well coached, and I thought they did a great job coming in here, and they were ready to play. And I think the biggest thing with our team right now is we're not executing. I really challenged our guys in terms of just the morale and them understanding that they need to attack the process more. And what I mean by that is they've got to attack every detail of what we talk about and what we do. And we're just not a good team right now. I mean, that's just the bare bones about it. And we're extremely young. We're banged up, and there's a lot of maturity and growth that needs to take place. And we're going to try to do that as quickly as we can here for the last 6 games. But we need guys to be able to step up and do that. We need guys challenging amongst each other to do that. I thought there were some really good individual performances tonight. I don't question our effort. I just think our team is in a place right now where we need a little bit more of some emotional morale boosters within the guys, and we need to have guys be able to step up and challenge that, and so that we can execute better. And so you can't come out and have 9 penalties. We let them control the clock way too much, and defensively we could not really stop them on first and second downs. And then I thought offensively I thought we were capable of moving the ball and then actually scoring some points. But what happened was we'd mess our own rhythm up and just kind of shoot ourselves in the foot. And then obviously, you just can't win games if you only score 10 points. And so, I thought all 3 phases just didn't execute like they needed to. And, we just got a lot of work to do. And that's just the bottom line.
Coach, what is going through your mind, or where do you feel like when you see your team? I mean, it's the same mistakes from last week, basically. It was turnovers, and the offense struggled at times, and it was blocking the quarterback and penalties. What's going through your mind when you see the same stuff happening?
Well, I look out there, and I look at an offensive line that is pretty much all freshmen across the board. And I look at guys that are trying to do the right thing and trying to give great effort, and honestly, really makes me proud of them because we're putting them in situations that they shouldn't have to be in. I mean, when it comes down to college football, juniors and seniors should be basically beating freshmen, and so I think there's a lot of things those guys are doing up front that I'm really proud of them for. And you could take that to Dom Sampson too. He's a freshman. But obviously we need to fix things each week. And so that's disappointing. But you're just gonna face better and better competition all the time, and it's learning opportunities, it's growth opportunities, it's guys just need to be able to know how to respond better, one day at a time, 1 week at a time.
Yeah, turnovers wise, I mean, you had 5 turnovers, 2 from JoJo in special teams. He's a senior. That really is something that you can't blame on youth, really, is it?
No, it's not. And I think that goes back to just lack of execution, lack of focus, lack of really paying attention to details. And you can't do big things unless you take care of the little things, and details matter. Every detail matters. And you got to practice that ball security and practice every single day and every single catch that he makes, and it leads into the game. And so we've got to be better in that category.
Coach, Tusculum is 3 of 4 on 4th downs. What did you see out of your defense on those critical downs?
Well, I think our defense played hard, and I think there were a lot of good effort plays, and we were hitting them hard. I thought it was really physical, but it just felt like when there should have been 1 to 3 yard gains, it was more like 4 to 7 yard gains. And I felt like they were good up front. I thought they kind of drove us back at some times, and I don't know that the front 7 or 8 really were able to be physical enough to get what we wanted to do done there. I thought we were just letting them control us a little bit too much.
Coach, we also saw Connor Stowe in there for a little bit. What was the strategy there, swapping him out for that?
Well, we have 3 quarterbacks right now that are redshirt freshmen, and Connor had a great week of practice. Dom really did not, and I mean, you look at it, and Dom only has 3 games of experience over Connor. It's not like he has 3 years, right? And so, Connor deserves to play, and we're going to continue to find the best guy that can try to manage this thing here this year and be the engineer of what we're trying to do. And, that was the thought process behind that.
When you talk about growing this week, is there something in particular you have in mind for the team in terms of that can kind of help them take that next step?
Yeah, I guess I kind of I didn't joke about it, 'cause it's not a joke, but it sounds really weird. But we need to invest in emotional coaching on our team right now, because I think we're so young, and our guys, they just can't really embrace and understand some of the situations and how they're supposed to respond and attack and go into. And so there's a lot of just emotional maturity coaching that needs to take place. I heard on a game earlier, and I wouldn't use this term, but he used this, but I know what he was referring to. He said it's like running a daycare out there, because you have so many young people out there playing and managing. I don't consider that, but that's what it is. When you got freshmen that don't know what it's supposed to look like, you have to manage more, and you have to teach more, and you have to relate emotional things to them more and help them to really get it. And so that's a big part of the growing process, and as coaches, you got to find ways to do that.
Coach, went 10-0 your last 10 home games heading into this year, 0-3 now. It was something y'all take a lot of pride in. Does the pride hurt really at home right now? I mean, you're 0-3 and you got one more chance.
If I look at our record, it's irritating all over the board. So you can't focus on that. Honestly, our vision is not anything to do with wins and losses, and I stick to that, and I firmly believe that. I want to win just as much as everybody else, and I'm a competitive individual. But that's, if we put so much pressure on winning and that type of thing, the process doesn't get right. And right now our team needs to make sure that the process is getting right, so that the results will take care of themselves in the end. And so, nobody wants to lose in front of their home crowd, so it's really disappointing to be in these situations. But there's not much to be said about that. Thank you guys, appreciate it.